It's a complex environment, and therefore growth is not going to be easy. There are two aspects to this. One is just the execution focus. How do we build up scale for our business? Second is continuously innovating and thinking about potential new avenues of looking at revenue building. You have to have a mindset of execution, and you have to have a mindset of innovation as well. The whole essence of growth mindset is built on that effort will help you build on your skills. You have to have the learning agility. You also need to think about that every time it's not about looking smart, and every time it's not about winning. You will confront failures as well, but how we learn from them is what we need to think differently. And for us, it's also about creating that environment where people feel comfortable and safe to be able to talk about those failures and how they are learning from it. So and that needs to be supported through the architecture of the HR processes. And this is what we are doing to think about our leadership development for the future. Started on this journey sometime last year, so therefore the first part was getting a common language across. What does growth mindset mean? Do we align to it? That's first. And second is, it need not be seen as an HR initiative, but it's really about a culture that we are looking to change. The great part of it is that it's almost gone viral in the organization, because the leaders are accepting it and leaders are recognizing it, that these are the behaviors that they need to adopt to be able to win in the future. In every conversation, when we are talking about our talent, when we are assessing our talent, we are looking for those behavior traits, that do they display growth mindset or do they display fixed mindset. It is getting embedded in our recruitment procedure as well, though not formally as yet. We are building it because we are working on our competencies, and we are looking at the new behaviors that we need. So that part is there, but already the conversation is happening, be it in terms of leadership forums, be it in talent assessment, be it in town halls. One of the examples I'll give specifically under that is the cross-sell incentive plans. We are saying that it's not about winning in your line of business, but collaboration needs to be across lines of businesses, and therefore cross-sell incentives are going to be the way for the future. We have not put a formula around how will it link to top line, bottom line, or are clearly believers that diversity of views, diversity of thought process will help us innovate better, will help us get to a better solution, and therefore diversity agenda for us is no longer just nice to have. It is a business imperative, and that's how we look at it. So therefore, be it diversity from a gender standpoint, be it diversity from a generation standpoint, diversity of thought process, diversity of experiences, clearly is a core agenda for us that we need to build on. Currently in India, we do have a healthy metric. If I just look at our metric for gender diversity at the leadership level. However, we are not satisfied with that metric internally, and a specific initiative that we are piloting at this stage is Pathways to Sponsorship. And Pathways to Sponsorship is focused on our high potential women, wherein we are giving them the right exposure, and this is more individualized exposure around how we can help them on their development. That's one. Second is, the whole notion of Pathways to Sponsorship is not just putting the onus on the employee to say that you need to develop and you need to change, but also in this journey we are saying the leader is the co-traveler, wherein we may require a change in the leadership style around how they are being nurtured versus just what they need from their own development side. So therefore, it's a partnership that we are looking at with the leader as well as individual, and wherein we are looking at giving them broader exposure, be it in terms of assignment, broader exposure to the senior leadership team, so that we are able to build sponsorship for them. focus is important. And therefore, you need to prioritize and be clear on what you want. Don't be apologetic if you want it all. And we should be looking at wanting it all, because it's not about compromising one for the other, but building that focus so that you are able to prioritize everything. And that's my simple advice, because that's what has worked for me. One thing that has made me successful is prioritization, because yes, I do have a family and I do have a demanding family. I do have a demanding career. I need to put that focus for both. Somebody gave me an advice that, we follow a lot of diet plans, and we need to follow a diet plan even for the BlackBerry. Morning, evening, at night. So keep your time, because stay away from the tendency that I have to respond in the next 5 minutes, and that's helps me. I do create those expectations with my business partners, with my teams as well, as to what's the structure I will follow. As long as my delivery is not compromised, it's not about the time, but it's my delivery, my quality is not compromised. That's what I commit for, versus the time that I need to commit for.